Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video. My name is D-Free. Here today, we're going to talk about the Blaine event, talk about some rock-type characters I think you guys should prioritize and why. In fact, we'll just take the time to go over most of them. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you are new for more Pokemon Masters content if you guys enjoyed the video here today. Now, I want to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of an update. Right now, there's just not a whole lot to do. And I don't want to burn myself out or force myself to produce content on the game if there's really not a whole lot that I think I can do right now as far as like relevant content. But other than that, I've just been spending time grinding my account, and I'm going to start doing some more of the EX challenges and stuff like that. And as we obviously get more content, it seems like this game is going to do like a weekly, once a week, like on probably Monday, data drop, and then go from there. So we'll see, but as we get more, obviously I'll produce more videos. I just want to let you guys know, because it's been a while since I've done my last one. In fact, last video was when Blue dropped, but trust me, I've been playing and we're going from there. So let's go to the event. So the rock type training event will be here until the 23rd. So this event's primary goal is to make it to where it's easy for you to level up your rock type characters. So obviously you will have to do the intermittent, you can actually do it all in advance if you have the materials, but obviously you will need to go ahead and unlock your character's level caps and stuff like that to really be able to benefit. So as you see, rock type characters do get bonus XP for this event. And for context, if I were to sub in any other character, doesn't really matter who, if I were to sub anyone else in, they would just get pretty much regular gains from there. Her talking really threw me off there. So we're going to go ahead and swap back out. And for the record, when it comes to this, pretty much any character can carry you. You don't have to worry too much about that. As long as it's obviously a leveled character, they can carry you through this, because it's incredibly easy, and it's very easy to do. So for context, we're going to run through it one time and see what we can get for this part of the PvE of the event. And then we'll take a look at the PvP version, not PvP, but the co-op version of the event, and go from there too. So yeah, Lycanroc can just obviously take care of this really, really easily. It's all one-shots pretty much. So for me personally, as you see, these are the three that I've worked on most recently. I did pull Lycanroc, funnily enough, right before the focus banner for Lycanroc and Olivia came out. But look at Brock there. Brock gained 10 levels. So yeah. So, I'm even more rock solid. Okay, Brock. All right. And Roxanne and Nosepass there gained a few levels too. So, there we go. That's pretty much it as far as the PvE aspect. And then just for the record, you do also get level up manuals as well to make the grind a little bit easier for you. But again, it's incredibly easy, very quick. You can spam that and just go from there and grind your character levels up very, very easily, as you guys see. That, again, that is the PvE version of this, just the player version of this. But when it comes to co-op, so this event in co-op, it changes focuses pretty much entirely. It's no longer, in this portion of it, an event where you're able to get the bonus XP and stuff like that. As you see, the icon does go away. It turns into pretty much another version of the blue event, where you get the what is that, a manual? Where you get the farmable item that allows you to do the exchange in the shop. So you guys will, the vouchers, excuse me, you'll be able to go from there. So do keep that in mind when it comes to the co-op version of this. Now, for co-op, again, the real focus here is build your team, train your rock characters, and for this, again, it's really easy too. There's no multiple types or anything like that. If you train a rock team, like the one I was just showing, for example, you can come into this one and reliably beat this. It's not hard at all, right? For the record, I'd say out of all of them, your priority probably should be Bugsy. Just take him. He goes down in like 1 to 2 hits from an Olivia and Lycanroc. Obviously, not a lot of people have this character, but it still shouldn't be much more for just about any other leveled rock-type characters, especially if they're an attack-type one. So that being said, yeah, Bugsy is the most annoying to me, and then other than that, be careful if you do happen to have Olivia and Lycanroc, because you probably don't want to do the special defense down trait, and because yeah, you'll just take a lot of damage. So that's pretty much it as far as the actual event is concerned. And then other than that, we do have the corresponding exchange shop. So here's the shop for the Rock event overall. So you're able to get 1 gym leader note. Is there any? No, there's not. It's just, okay, so it's pretty much just generic stuff that you can pretty much farm in most places, like all of it. But it's here. It's a thing. It's easy. I believe they also had corresponding missions as well. So obviously play it, get your gems and stuff like that, and you'll be good. Speaking of gems, they did give out 2 multis worth. 6,000 gems were just given out. So we can take a look at that at the very top of this list here. So 6,000 for an issue with Dire Hit. So if you didn't see the news, there was an issue with Dire Hit. And they pretty much had to fix it. And in doing so, they gave out 2 whole multis. So, yeah. You guys can obviously save those or pull for a featured Scott that you want. But I wish you all luck in those whenever you do decide to use them. Okay, so here we are in the decks. So I wanted to take a look at the rock-type characters. That's actually moves, but that's fine. Whatever. It's cool. It's cool. I actually just cleared that out. Yeah. So here's the rock types in here, mixed with other stuff. Yeah, this is fine. So we have 2 Brocks. We have Roxanne, and then we have Roark and Cranidos. And then on top of that, we have the other 2 there. So overall, I think out of all these rocks, I think the worst one is the Brock and Onyx one. But for the record, literally every character in this game has a niche and a role that they can fulfill. Again, you might have to level them. You may have to max level them, in fact. But every character will have a role that they can fill. Now, that being said, they're probably, well, literally they have roles. But there probably are other characters that are probably just a little better at it. But obviously not everybody has everything, right? So here are the level 1 stats, and here's the max level. Actually, that was the other way around. Level 1, max level, excuse me. So let's go and take a look here. So the Rock Throw. 27 power, 90 accuracy, single target, 1 energy cost move. Rock Tomb, single target, 46 power. It uses 2 of the meters and also lowers the target speed. His sync move here, the more the opponent's speed is lowered, the greater the power of the move. So if you spam Rock Tomb and any other Pokemon that can, slow down the enemy, this move will be pretty powerful. So stay tuned with that. Like, be aware of that. He has a potion. Rock Hard Determination here sharply raises his attack and defense as well. We take a look at the passive. He only has 1. Occasionally raises the Pokemon's defense after it uses a move. So every so often his defense will go up, I guess. So there's that. So speaking of Brock, we have Sigma Suit Brock. So this is one that I'm personally working on right now because, for one, I'm a huge advocate of level up whatever you like and whatever you're a fan of, right? I am a huge fan of Tyranitar. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. So be sure to level up the characters you obviously are, again, a fan of and what you want to use in the game, because your enjoyment is the most important thing. And again, a team of these characters should be able to beat the event easy, right? It doesn't really matter. So Rock Tomb, again, lowers the target speed. So for context, these 2 Brocks with the Pokemon, like I said, the speed lowering is, I've not tried to run 2 on one team, 2 of the same character anyway. I don't know if it's even doable in this game, but regardless, so if they can be, double speed down is a thing. Up to a point anyway, because there is a cap. Has a moderate chance of making the target flinch. So this one is good. So this is the main one that I like to use here, Rock Slide. So for one, in content like the Blaine fight, where it's all one single typing across the board, pretty much, Rock type just carries through that. AoE attack like this, yeah, you'll do really good. Also, on top of that, can make them flinch. So you're in a really interesting position with Rock Slide. I'd say this is one of the better overall attacks you can even use there in general among all the Rock type characters, and it's pretty powerful too. So let's take a look at the sync move. Has no additional effect, just a powerhouse attack. He has X attack as well, obviously to help out with his offense, and then Rock Solid Finisher raises the user's defense, makes the user's next attack a sure hit and a critical hit. So you'd want to pop this first, then use Rock Slide, and you're going to get a sure hit critical hit with Rock Slide. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sand Fortress, stats can be lowered in the Sandstorm, which is not anything, admittedly, that's very relevant. It's not. You're not going to see that too often. Now, overall, Roxanne and Nosepass is one of the better Rock-type characters in the game. This is actually one of the better characters, in my opinion anyway, because of Wide Guard overall. So Ancient Power just kind of is what it is. It's gimmicky like in the main series games, right? Chance to raise all the stats, decent power, 56, whatever. So Study, buddies, sharply raises the special attack and speed of all allied Sing pairs. Now, this is really good. This is really good for a character like Blue, for example, just in general. any special attack focused character like Brendan and Trico or whatever, this is going to be good for. So do keep that in mind. But not only that, you also get speed bonus. Again, Roxanne is really good. And then X defense all. Again, all allies, not just herself, like we've seen previously on other Pokemon. So defense up. Wide guard here. The user takes a defensive posture. Using this move, again, will make the user leave this defensive posture. No other actions can be taken when in this defensive posture. Nullifies moves that target all allies when hit by such a move when in the defensive posture. So, yeah. So, let's just read the last part. Nullifies moves that target all allies when hit by such a move in the posture. So, if you take the posture and they use an AoE attack, it's nullified. Very impressive, man. Very impressive. Surging Sand powers up moves in the Sandstorm. So if you're in a Sandstorm, she's going to be even more powerful. So other than that, though, that's pretty much the Rock-type characters I would focus on. Obviously, like, Living Lycanroc, they don't really need an explainer. Other than that, though, Roark and Cranidos is a very good damaging unit. So, actually, okay, so it depends on what your goal is, right? I didn't actually go ahead and, like, kind of, like, tier them or anything like that. I'd say, overall, again, focus on what you want. But Nose Pass, I think, is the best one here. Also, on top of that, I think the next best to level up would either be an attacker, like Roark or Brock. Tyranitar Brock. And Amora, excuse me, is solid too. We're going to take a look here first, though, because I actually need a bit of a refresher. So Rock Tomb lowers the target speed again. Rock Slide, we've talked about that. Okay, so you actually might be more valuable than Brock overall. I feel like you definitely are. Sharply raises his own special defense. Over the wall, increases the user's move gauge by 2. That's impressive. Raises his accuracy. Makes the user gradually heal himself. That's actually a really good attack there. That's a very good attack. It's got a ton going on. And 3 passives, yeah, you're... Okay, so this is probably the next best one to work on. Grant is really good. Protects the Pokemon from damage in a hailstorm. Protects the Pokemon from damage in a sandstorm. Aggravation raises the chance of inflicting the flinching, confused, or trapped conditions with the additional effects and moves. This is the most important passive because your main attack is Rock Slide, which has a chance to flinch. So you have a scenario where you can use Rock Slide and trigger aggravation and get a better chance to flinch the enemy. Yeah, Grant is incredible, actually. So last but not least, Roark he's a little bit more vanilla of an attacker. So Smackdown, Head Smash here. The user takes 33% of the damage it dealt. Be aware of that, but the attack power is through the roof. It's at 225%. It's unfortunate it has recoil, but it needs to. X attack, of course, for an attacker. And then you're going to need a helmet. Increases the user's move gauge by 3. Makes the user's next attack a sure hit. He can't miss. The reason why that's important is because the accuracy on Head Smash is only 80, so he is not guaranteed to hit. No additional effect here. And then passive is Headstrong. Attack cannot be lowered. That's good, obviously, because your stats get lowered constantly by the enemy. So there's that. So yeah, ultimately that's it. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Pokemon Masters video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe as well for more content. And be sure to let me know in the comments who you guys are mainly focusing on. So anyways, have an awesome day. Thank you all, and I'll see you all soon.